The most important takeaway from our platform is that every single thing in the platform, in the document you can download on votesmh.com, can be instituted in 1 year. But to be honest, there are only 2 initiatives where we can't make that promise. And I'll be specific. The first one is the homecoming beer tent. So because it has to be okayed by the administration, we can't promise the beer tent, but we think it's a realistic option given the fact that just this past year, the administration rejected the AMS's proposal for what they call the Tricolor Festival. So we think it's baby steps towards student programming. The second thing that we can't promise, but we're very confident that we can get, is the course waitlist. So we spoke with Queen's ITS, and they assured us that if the AMS makes this a priority, that they can institute it, but that it may take up to 2 years. So if we're lucky, 1 year, but they've told us that it could be 2 years.
We're really excited about the walk-in clinic. We've done a lot of research and spoken with the pharmacy, with HCDS, with all the stakeholders at hand. And actually that's something we've done with all the platform ideas that we've brought forward, is that we've spoken to the stakeholders, we've actually got plans and timelines for how they'd be able to be implemented. We've been able to figure out a very strong idea of what the cost for all of them is, sometimes down to the exact dollar of what it's going to cost students. And in a lot of cases it costs them little to nothing, which is what we're also very excited about.
So it's my personal belief that no student should feel inconvenienced or like alienated in a sense because their Queen's service that holds so much Queen's pride and that school spirit isn't accessible to them, whether it be for health reasons or religious reasons. So in my experience adhering to halal diet, I have limited dietary options on campus, and most of them are run by Sodexo. And Sodexo is our biggest competitor as an AMS service. So why not step up our game and make a couple accommodations here or there, tweak our training practices, buy a couple extra utensils, and make our campus truly accessible from an AMS standpoint.
I've been involved at Queen's since my first year, so I actually started volunteering for ASIS, where I was on the Jackets Committee and the Photography Committee, where I actually met my first housemates. I volunteered in some AMS committees as well. There was the Exposure Arts Festival I was a part of. I actually hosted the Best Darn Singer on Campus Awards when I was in first year. So I'm really passionate about getting involved at Queen's. I was a GALE, I was an OC, and student advocacy is something I'm very passionate about. So I was elected the Speaker of ASIS for a year when I was in second year. Last year I was the Speaker of the AMS. This is something I just really enjoy, and it's a really fun time. So the reason I'm running is I'm really passionate about student advocacy, and I want to continue to be involved and be a contributor to the Queen's community.
I am weirdly excited to get into the office on the first day, if we win, hopefully, and just get to open the books and see all the stuff ahead of me. And I know that sounds kind of strange, like I'm excited to see the immense amount of work ahead, but in my time at the AMS, I've had such an amazing time getting to plan things out, getting to create new ideas, and then seeing them actually happen. And I'm just super excited to sit down that first day and to open up the books and see the numbers and see all that potential ahead of me, the 12 months where I can just make an impact, where I can review things, and I can try and create something that students are really going to enjoy. It's probably going to be the most overwhelming day of it, and probably the one I'll remember the most.
Reading at WRL's platform, a lot of the points are really exciting. And as a student at Queen's, it's really natural to be exciting about things like more affordable Via Rail tickets, more summer courses, but I feel as though none of the platform points really go in depth as to how they're actually going to carry out and execute the plan. And in a sense, that worries me because it seems more like a brainstorming session than it does a deliverable platform. And looking at our platform, the amount of time, so there's much fewer points in terms of what we're promising, but all of our points are extensively researched. We've met with key stakeholders, we've met with key players and evaluated kind of the feeling on campus regarding certain issues and the recurring theme, and these are the things we wanted to bring to the forefront. So we don't touch on everything by any means or have a tangible change we'd like to make to everything. We've kind of honed in on those key things we'd like to impact, done our research, made sure they're doable, and then promised to deliver them because they're feasible.